See you guys there. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Joe's Bits and Bobs. I hope you liked the intro to this video. So, without further ado, let's just get right into this episode as I got 4 articles I want to go over with you. So let's roll that intro. Alright, welcome. Welcome. Got a couple articles, 4 articles I picked out today to go over. Link will always be down in the description below to these articles. I'm just going to give you my opinions on them, as well as read some of the article. I'm not going to read the whole article, as I need to hurry up and get this edited and get it out on the internet for you. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. The first article is from WCCF Tech, and it's about AMD Ryzen 9950X and ASRock. So apparently there's something terribly wrong with ASRock motherboards, and I think even Asus motherboards, that are killing not only the 9950X but also the X3D chips. I've went over a couple of them articles during the live stream on last Wednesday. Unfortunately, last Friday I wasn't feeling well because I'm still getting over the cold. Whatever reason, I still can't shake the cough I have. But anyways, let's go ahead and read this and see what I think. So it says 2 Ryzen 9950X was killed on the ASRock 870 Steel Legend Wi-Fi motherboard. Apparently, each lived for about 3 to 4 months, and the latest BIOS couldn't revive them. So, and it's a popular tech tuber, apparently from Tech Yes City, has reported the killing of 2 of his AMD Ryzen 9 9950X CPUs in a span of just a few months. The channel owner, Brian, has been running various configurations, but this one seems to have the most brutal to his Ryzen 9 9950X CPU. He says that it's operated again 3 to 4 months on his X870 Steel Legend Wi-Fi motherboard, but then failed unexpectedly. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down so you can read it if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and give you my opinion to the matter. And this is kind of reminding me of Intel 13th and 14th gen. I'm not sure if it is the motherboard that's giving these chips too much voltage, but a couple years ago Intel had a similar situation with their 13th and 14th gen chips, and they had to do a BIOS update and lock the voltage so that the motherboard wouldn't be giving it more voltage than what it needs. So, and this was only happening on ASRock motherboards as well as Asus motherboards as far as I know. I mean, and it could happen on probably MSI or even Gigabyte motherboards. I mean, it's always a possibility. But I just wanted to give you my opinion that, maybe this is something to do with the BIOS that's giving these chips a little bit too much voltage than what they actually need. So, let's go ahead and go on to the next episode. And this has to deal with NVIDIA. So, give it a second to load. And this is from videocards.com. Again, link is in the description below. So, apparently NVIDIA has had unlaunch its GeForce 5959 driver after reports of fan and clock issues. I'm glad I didn't go with NVIDIA this generation. especially with their 12-volt high-power connector that constantly melts, that they say, oh, it's fine, no issue here, don't have to worry about it. But now, apparently the software team can't get it together. So, here we go, and I'll read part of the article. So, we just noted on X/Twitter that for the first time in a long time, all 3 major GPU vendors released a graphics driver. I didn't know that. Good on them, I suppose. Apparently for the same games. Unfortunately, we have to take that back because NVIDIA has just withdrawn its driver. Aww. Sorry, NVIDIA. I wish you would get better. I wish you actually had competition up in the high end and you wouldn't have to, be sitting comfortably, Come on, AMD. Release a high-end 9000 series graphics card, please. Then again, with the way memory is going for prices, I can see why. So, apparently on February 26th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, they have discovered a bug in the Game Ready and Studio 55959 WHQL drivers and have removed the download temporarily while our team investigates. For users that have already installed this driver or are experiencing issues with fan control, please roll back to driver 591.86 WHQL from NVIDIA. So apparently user reports around GeForce Game Ready drivers 59559, whatever, it's a weird number. Focus on the fan control and monitoring most of the GeForce RTX 50 series cards. Users claim some fans stops responding, meaning your card can overheat. What lucky that? Custom fan curves get ignored. Wow. Or only one fan sensor appears in the tools such as hardware info, GPU-Z, and vendor utilities. Several users link it to MSI Afterburner profiles, while others say it happens even without fan control software. NVIDIA. Fix your 12-volt high-power connector first, okay? I don't want to see any other articles about potential computers catching on fire and melted connectors and stuff like that. I mean, I did have an article for last week, and I can't find it on my phone, but apparently Dell solved the issue. They just soldered wires to the motherboard and put the connector elsewhere. So if you need the connector, you just have to unclip it and clip it back in, I suppose. I don't know. But at this time and point, I think NVIDIA, like I said, they need to recall the 50 series cards. They should recall the 40 series cards because of this connector. I mean, the 3000 series, the 3090 Ti, I think, was the first card that featured a 12-volt connector, but it didn't have as many issues as the 4000 and 5000 series GPUs. I don't know what's going on with the the FTC or whatever, but I think, and I will always say, I'm gonna keep away from these cards as long as they get the 12-volt high-power connector. I hope they go back to either the old system with the 8-pin PCI connector, or come up with something new, come up with a different design. I don't know. I mean, I know power supplies have already had the connector out and whatnot, and it's going to make the whole system such a mess. But it's already such a Tabasco, and it's like a clown show at this point, that just do us a favor and, protect our investments, please. Thank you, NVIDIA. Alright, so let's go on to the next. Alright, apparently this has to deal with my state. Lovely! It's from PC Magazine. The last 2 articles are from PC Magazine. And this one has to deal with New York suing Valve over loot boxes. It calls them illegal gambling. I mean, some people would say, yeah, I mean, I can kind of see this, but every game does it. You can't just go after Valve. You got to go after like you got to go after Wargaming and probably even Epic Games or wherever there's you spend money and you can get a certain amount of chance of getting the pixels that you're looking for, because literally it's just pixels you're trying to buy. I mean, I can understand buying skins and stuff, but gambling and spending thousands of dollars on a certain thing that you can only get probably through this system, and it turns up in about 2 months or so they nerf it. So let's go ahead and read the article, and I'll let you know what I think. So, Valve, the maker of Steam and many of PC gaming's most popular titles, is being sued by New York for its use of loot boxes. New York Attorney General Letitia James filed the lawsuit, claiming that loot box systems enable gambling habits and are particularly harmful for younger people. The lawsuit specifically cites 3 games: Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, and Team Fortress 2. I don't play any of those games. Maybe I should find out if maybe I should see what they cost, download them, maybe play them. But it wants the video game developer to stop using loot boxes in its titles and to pay fines for previously promoting them. I don't know what our state is trying to do, but I can sort of get it. I can sort of get it for kids and stuff like that. But kids shouldn't have access to credit cards until they're 16 or 18 anyway. So I don't know why this is such a big deal. I mean, unless it's because hey mom, can I get your credit card? I need to buy a loot box. And they oblige, because instead of arguing and fighting with them, they much rather go the easy route. And particularly, I think that's what's happening with everything. And they're like, oh, here you go, here's a credit card, and then hole and below, there's $1,000 in debt right on your card because you let your child gamble away your money. Congratulations. But in all seriousness, yeah, I can see why this is happening, but at the end of the day, it's the parents should be the one responsible, and not Valve, not the game companies. I mean, it's kind of like saying certain so and so, and I'm not going to get too political about this, but I understand. But at the same time, let the parents be parents. Let them deal with it. I mean, worst comes to shove, give them a lesson on why this shouldn't happen. So let you read the rest there if you want to. So, alright, on to our final article, and it has to deal with streaming paywalls. And I know this is technically not computer related, but I thought it was important to bring it in here, because how many times have you had to have a streaming service for, say, Peacock, and then another one for, say, Hulu, and then Disney Plus, and ESPN Plus, and whatever, and it keeps going on and on and on and on. Well, AFCC wants to know what you think about it. They want to want your opinion if it's out of control. I say it is. I mean, if you want to watch a certain hockey team or a football team, and you can only watch it on, say, Peacock, you gotta spend basically, I don't know what a Peacock subscription is, but you gotta pay let's see here. I keep doing this. Let's see here. Peacock. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but let's see how much a subscription costs. Let's see here. Pick my plan. Yeah, let's see what it is. So, for the basic, it's $7.99 a month, or $80 a year. And if you want to go for the premium or premium plus, that's an additional like $3 to almost $10 per month. And that's just an example. And I get why some are doing this because I think cable television is on the decline. We consume most of our news, our sports through the internet. So I mean, I understand, but I do think it's out of control, and I think something does need to be done because you shouldn't have to go to Amazon Prime to watch a Thursday night football game. Then you shouldn't have to go to Peacock to watch Sunday night football game. And then you shouldn't have to go to ESPN Plus to watch Monday night football. I mean, I get it. This is definitely getting out of control. And I'm just using football as an example. I mean, it can apply to any sports team. It could be hockey, baseball, soccer, and basketball. I mean, if you have cable and you have a sports package, you should be able to watch your team without all these different subscriptions. In my opinion, this is down to the channel networks and they wanting them to become more, I would say, more greedy in my opinion. And it's gotten so out of control, but it's asking if it's streaming services make it harder to follow your favorite sports team. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, some people have even more than one favorite sports team, even in the same sport, like football, for example. I love the Buffalo Bills, and I like the Denver Broncos. Even though we lost to them, I do like them. I mean, those would be my two favorite sports teams. And I also like the Indianapolis Colts. But even if it wasn't your favorite sports team, wouldn't you want to watch the Miami Dolphins take on, say, the New England Patriots, if you're a Buffalo fan, just to see what the seating is going to look like for the AFC East? And for whatever reason, you gotta stream it on Peacock. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's getting way out of hand. I mean, apparently it's bad if it's NBA. So I don't know if you have if you feel the same way I do, reach out to the FCC. Let them know. Tell them that this has got to stop in some way. And to me, it's just them trying to get more money from us, and with less, with us getting less in return. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back up to the full camera, and we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I didn't go through the comments of the week, or the comments, so I'm going to go ahead and pick out a comment now for the comment of the week. All you got to do is let me know down below what you thought about today's video. Let me know, what do you think about the streaming software and stuff like that? Do you think it's getting ridiculous? I mean, I believe it is, but, let me know down below, and, and if you want to become, like I said, comment of the week for next week, just go ahead. And it doesn't have to be about sports, it could be anything. So, also, our channel sponsor, Doobie Energy. Doobie is, they have this very, very good flavor out right now. It's called Retro Sherbet. You like sherbet ice cream. I mean, that's what, reminds you of, and also popsicles. And you can get this now at the link below and use my code Joe Tech Simple and Blog. And you save 10% off your first order. That's Joe Tech Simple and Blog, and you will save 10% off your first order. Also, if you do like this content and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? It's free. It helps the channel out tremendously. Also, if you want to go one step further, become a channel member. Channel members start at 99 cents a month, and you get exclusive early access to feature videos such as Joe's Bets and Bob's, as well as any review I do on the channel. So, if you're not a subscriber and you enjoy, please subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and edit this video, and we'll see you later. Peace.